Irritable bowel disease or syndrome. Most people have been misleading that the irritable bowel syndrome is a disease and they are the sufferers of it. They are misguided actually. Not only they will be misguided, they can also impair themselves because of their misguidance. The specification irritable bowel disease can have a lot of negations connected to it. People who use this specification don't have any idea of the implications about which they are building. These implications can injure those who are the sufferers of this illness and to those who are ignorant of the irritable bowel syndrome. Whenever people coin it as irritable bowel disease instead of syndrome, it means they are telling about some communicable illness. This is well enough for the sufferer to get isolated, as no one wishes to have such syndrome and everybody is trying to get rid of it. Thus if people name this specification as disease, then others will feel that they will get this disease from the sufferers of the disease. Due to this fact, they will avoid any type of relationship with those people who experience this syndrome. Thus it will become such that the person having this irritable bowel syndrome not only will suffer from the symptoms of the syndrome but also will have to suffer from isolation among his peers. Thus he will be tormented physically and mentally. We all are aware of the fact that isolating from society is the most bewildering punishment a person could have. Even in jail, the foremost standing punishment is social confinement and it is treated the harshest of all. The above specification of treating irritable bowel syndrome as a disease also gives another logical conclusion that it can be treated, as it is a disease. In reality, it cannot be cured, though there are various medicines obtained and methods that can be carried out to decrease the symptom. There is no proper cure that can cease the syndrome completely. Giving a fictive hope to the sufferer can lead to a lot of impairment to their person from IBS. They shall be attracted to a lot of false treatments which may be unfit for the patient, which can addiction to certain drugs which only will worsen the symptoms of the syndrome. Another scathe caused by the syndrome is that they shall forget to keep the symptoms pinned down. People who have this irritable bowel syndrome depend on several methods to keep the symptoms of several symptoms of this syndrome under control. As people feel that the syndrome can be treated, they don't give much significance to these methods. Some does not go for any treatment thinking that, in due course of time they will get rid of it, and these people go on suffering without taking initiative. Changing one word for another makes a big difference. We may even respond differently corresponding to the name/label. Irritable bowel is only a syndrome and not a disease. A syndrome is just a state of condition for a given set of symptoms. People need not keep away from those suffering from irritable bowel syndrome, and they should try to help out others who suffer from irritable bowel syndrome. By learning the correct usage of words, we can understand the condition of the fellow sufferers too.